How to hack an REI mastermind for free. Guys, it's Rick in here with Flip with Rick. You know the drill. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, smash that like button to continue to receive the absolute best free wholesaling information on the internet from myself, my son, Zach. I got 19 years, Zach's in it 4 years, and I truly love this business. And I feel it's my obligation to tell you the truth, even though others don't want me to. So let's talk about it. If you have not been offered to join a mastermind recently or in the last 3 years, then you're probably not from this planet Earth. What a mastermind is, the real definition of a mastermind is to get really smart people with like-minded businesses, lifestyles, entrepreneurism, and put them in the same room, and everybody shares ideas to make each person better. But warning, masterminds being offered today are not exactly what they seem. Now, full disclosure, there are some amazing masterminds out there. There are people that have incredible masterminds, and this video is not about them. The ones that have proven themselves, they have a great following, and they walk the talk. I'm not talking about those. What I'm talking about is these masterminds that have popped up from people that don't walk the talk. What do I mean? Well, the reality is masterminds is the new boot camp. So when I got started, everything was a boot camp. Boot camp, got to go to a boot camp. We're going to teach you start to finish on how to do it. And for the most part, they were actually pretty good. I mean, it was, how do I deal with a house and foreclosure boot camp, stuff like that. But now the mastermind is about trying to get all these people in the room. It is the new boot camp. And my major problem with the masterminds is the mastermind is their business model. Do you understand that? A mastermind should not be a business model. It should be complementary to what somebody does. So many people out there have a mastermind, particularly to wholesaling, and like, ready for this, they don't even wholesale anymore. Like, I want you to comprehend that. Why would I go to a mastermind if you don't even mastermind what you do? It doesn't make sense to me. And it actually drives me nuts. Now, I've been to a ton of them. To be honest with you, unless you are endorsed by somebody I completely trust, I won't even hear what you have to do, because I'm not here to make you rich doing a mastermind, especially if you're not even doing the business. So let's talk about this. Mastermind. It seems like there's a lot of what we call weekend masterminds, which are 2 to 3 days. They're 5K. Listen, I'm sure you get some value out of it. I'd rather you spend 5K on marketing. And here's the problem is 5K, I guarantee they're going to ask you to do a testimonial. Why would you do a testimonial? Because after teaching 2.5 days of pure theory, they want you to be a testimonial so they can go out and get more clients. Guys, don't do these testimonials because you need to see what the product is over the long term, a year or two, not after 8 hours of training. That's not realistic, because it's like going to a Tony Robbins event and just saying it's the greatest thing I've ever done in my life, and then you go back to your normal life. It doesn't make sense. 5K is like a weekend one. I've seen ones where they're 25 to 35K and you go 4 times a year, but you got to understand, you have to travel all over the country. You got hotel rooms, you got airfares. Guys, I mean, I know there's some valuable masterminds out there, but this is getting out of control in my opinion. And what happens is it's convoluted what a mastermind's supposed to be. And it drives me nuts. Let's think about this. Honestly, if you pay $5,000 for a retreat, a mastermind thing, and usually they go to like really nice hotels, and listen, the fancier you make a mastermind, the less impressed you should be, because that should be a red flag that, like, okay, we're going to a nice hotel, we're going to an island, we're going on boat rides, we're going to fancy dinners. If you're there to truly learn from the best of the best in real estate and discuss wholesaling and what's working in today's market, why do you need all these distractions? It doesn't make sense. Now, let's face it, we all like nice things. You can go get those nice things on your own for a fraction of the cost. If you want to do a mastermind, it should be in a simple hotel room, either in a Zoom meeting or honestly, like casually. That's how it should work. And let's face it, have you ever paid so much for something and you drank the Kool-Aid and you go, this is the greatest thing ever, knowing that you're not quite sure what you bought and you actually have to self-endorse it because if you're wrong, you just way overpaid for something and it's embarrassing to admit when you're wrong. So I find when people pay 5, 10, 20 or 30 grand, instead of saying, listen, I absolutely made a mistake, they actually double down and say, this is the greatest mastermind I've ever attended, because you're doing self-endorsement. You don't have a choice. You bought the Kool-Aid, you drank the Kool-Aid, you overpaid for the Kool-Aid, and what are you going to say? It was bad Kool-Aid? Well, that's expensive Kool-Aid. So here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through a list of 5 questions. And these 5 questions are for any type of mastermind you're looking to join. Now, I'm telling you, not all masterminds are bad. I've been a part of many, but I'm telling you, there's so many masterminds out there. I'm going to give you 5 questions to help you qualify if the mastermind is a legit operation and it's something you should join. Now, guys, don't take this video. It's not about, I'm not anti-mastermind, but the problem is, what is a mastermind anymore? And so let's get to it. Question number 1. Are you an active full-time real estate investor now? Honestly, who's ever running the mastermind, if they are not an active REI investor, what are you doing there? You're wasting your time. It doesn't make sense to me. So let me get this straight. You've been out of the business for a year and now you're going to teach me how to connect with people that will show me how to do the business. It doesn't make sense to me. And I'm going to go a little bit deeper on that one. Honestly, when you start asking these questions, you're going to get resistance because 95% of the people never ask a question. They pay their $5, $10, $20,000 fee and they think it's going to solve their problem. And in actuality, it's going to create a problem for them. Question number 2, what percentage of your revenue comes from wholesaling or REI activity versus mastermind and coaching? Just shut up and let them answer it. I'm telling you, wait till you hear the response on this because I doubt you're going to get the truth. The reality is most of them are in the business full time. That's how they make their living, on charging these excessive fees for the dog and pony show for a business. Well, let's be honest with you. If they're not in it, it means they failed at it or it was getting too tough. Why not? Why not do a mastermind? It's like flipping houses without all the headache of it. And I'm going to sell the story. And that is my beef with this industry. Understanding they're not all like this, but I'm telling you, a good portion of the ones I see popping up are dog and pony shows. They're not even active in the business anymore. So your first 2 questions, honestly, if you get by them, you probably got a legit mastermind, and I'm fine with it. Number 3, great. I'm glad to see you're active in the business and a majority of your money's made in real estate investment activities. Can I get a screenshot or a picture of your last 5 HUDs? Shut up. If you don't get it, they lied about question number 1 or 2. So question number 3 is to verify questions 1 or 2 because basically they're kind of yes/no questions, or one's 80-20, which I get a lot of when I hear it. Number 3, fine, you've put yourself out there, prove it up. Listen, if somebody's bragging they do 10 or 15 deals a month, and by the way, the quantity of deals you do should never impress you. It doesn't matter. It's the profitability that matters. If you just told me you did 15 deals and you're struggling to get me 5 HUDs, why do I want to be part of your mastermind? Think about it, guys. That's question number 3. Let's go into question number 4. These really get me. This one's a really good one. How many total members do you have active in your mastermind today? A lot of people, they don't want to share this number with you. If they've got 300 members, you might be doing the math in your head. To be honest with you, if they have a lot of members, they probably are going to be more legit than the guy that has 30 people. But honestly, I don't care. If you're really good at wholesaling and you have something to share with me, I'd rather sit in a room with 3 to 5 people than a room of 200 to 300 any day of the week. So quantity doesn't scare me when they tell me how many students. What I'm really looking for is, do you have any senior members in here that come back to this mastermind year after year? What's that going to tell you? It's going to tell you what the retention rate is. Some of the larger masterminds have like groups. So if I'm in a mastermind to learn from the best, and you put me in the beginner mastermind and say, well, you're in group A and group B or intermediate and C are the senior ones, it means they're trying to get you to renew for 3 years. And it's going to get expensive. If I join, I'm pretty good at this business and I'm trying to achieve what the best are. I can't be part of that group. I can't be part of your mastermind because I don't want to be the smartest guy in the room. You should be the dumbest guy in your room in a mastermind. That's how it works. That's why you're in a mastermind to do it. So ask them how many people are in it and just listen to what they say. I don't care. You could be 1,000 or you could have 2. I get excited on both sides of the equation in a way. Like 1,000, you must have something really good. 2, I must have got in on something and I'm going to get very personalized service. The last one's one of my favorites, okay? A lot of these masterminds throw around minimum requirement levels, okay? If they're going to talk about character, authenticity, and being true to their integrity and say, I've seen masterminds where they say, you've got to do 50 or 100 deals per year to be in our mastermind. Well, that's a red flag right to me because I don't care how many deals. What if I only made $1,000 a deal? What if I made $3,000 a deal? Like, what if I make, like I average over 40 grand a deal, as high as 70 a deal? What if I only do 30 deals a year, which is common for me? I'm not worthy of this. Like, I don't understand. I've just figured out how to do more with less overhead, less work, less stress, less marketing costs. Why do I want to go do 100 more deals with 100 more headaches with a lot less profit and a lot more headache? Remember, I got in this business to get more free time, and probably you are. And that's what you should be trying to learn from a mastermind when you do it. Here's the key. When they give you their minimum core requirements, if they let you slide on that, the whole mastermind theory is busted. So if they say, listen, Rick, if you have to do a minimum 50 deals or you're not serious about this business. Okay, well, I did 36. Well, I tell you what, I'll make it. When you hear the word, I'll make an exception, it means we take everybody that's got a credit card. That means it is a mastermind business. It is a coaching business. And I'm not knocking the coaching business, but you're disguising a coaching business as a mastermind. And you told me you had a minimum requirement, but you're going to make an exception. You made an exception for me. You're going to make an exception for everyone. I can tell you, one of my favorite is like, hey, Rick, I just get the feeling like you're a kind of guy we want in our group. Well, I don't meet your minimum requirements. I've told masterminds this. I don't meet your minimum requirements. And like, now we'll kind of let you in. And now you got to wonder about the quality of people in the room because you could have brand new beginners, never done a deal before. I have no idea. It just drives me nuts. Guys, these 5 questions will guide you to the right masterminds. And anyone who doesn't want to answer them, why, if they're going to be truthful, authentic, and help you out, and you're going to write them a big check, they owe you explanations. And that's just the bottom line. I'm going to warn you, you're probably going to upset and ruffle some feathers when you do this. I just saved you a ton of money if you ask. Now, there can be some gray areas in this stuff like that. This mastermind's like, I remember back in the day. So let me explain how this works. Most masterminds today, and trust me, there's exceptions, but the rule is they are nothing more than coaching funnels. There's something to get you in, to do a coaching funnel. Hey, listen, there's no doubt everybody in that room is going to be awesome because they're going to be like-minded by you. But the question is, how are we putting everybody together? And the reality is, if you're going to mastermind, listen, nice hotel rooms, boat rides, fancy dinners, I don't know, magicians, whatever you want. But the reality is you go to mastermind, if you're truly trying to serve what you want to do, which is make your business better, I want to focus every possible minute I can on learning tips, tricks, and techniques you are implementing in your business that is going to make me better and from people around me. And the reality is, if you, Mr. Mastermind, do not truly have an REI business, what are you doing? You want to know what the truth is? You just hired a network broker, and it's the truth, and nobody wants to talk about it. What a network broker is, if you ever saw the TV show, I think it's on like Bravo or something, Millionaire Matchmaker, people pay like 10 or 20 grand to go out and find them the perfect mate. That's what you're getting with like-minded businesses, mindsets. And then what you're going to find out is these people are going to wind up being the speakers in the mastermind. and you're going to develop lifelong friendships. Trust me, they're all there. But I'm going to show you how you can do this without paying for these massive masterminds. If you find a mastermind that checks all the 5 questions and it's what you want, then go for it. Like I'm all for it. Listen, if there's a shortcut and you cut the learning curve, I'm all for it. But the reality is you're probably going to find the latter when you go through it. These are what we call paid masterminds. I'm going to teach you a trick right now on how to get what we call organic masterminds. And anybody can do it. I taught Zach how to do it. And I'm going to teach you step by step how to do it. Listen, if you don't have a lot of money and stuff, do not be looking at $5,000, $10,000, and $20,000 masterminds. It's going to be a challenge for you. I don't care what problem they tell you you're going to solve. If you don't have the money, you don't have the money. So what we're going to do is use old school techniques to connect with people. And here's the beautiful thing about today is you and me are connecting right now on some sort of video on the internet. You're probably watching it recorded, and we are making a connection. So guys, don't use this technique on me because you guys know I don't do a mastermind and I'm not a coach. So it's not going to work on me. But anybody who you strive to be, and you can verify that they're doing real business and not just BSing you on Facebook or social media, Instagram, and you want to strive to be like them, find a way to connect with them. How do you do it? Social media is so powerful. By the way, I probably get hundreds direct messages on Facebook. For a long time, I answered them all. I just can't keep them up with them. But in the beginning, I helped out a ton of people for absolutely free. It's because they were authentic. So here's a way. Connect out on social media, direct message, whatever, even old school mail letters, like thank you letters, even small gifts. I've seen there's so many, there's video cards you can actually deliver with a recorded message on it, even a video. And somebody that can penetrate and be that creative, I know can do amazing things. And you'd be surprised how the whole goal of a mastermind is to develop a relationship with someone that is better than you and help push you and strive you, kind of an accountability partner. So go out and find these people on your own. You don't need a network broker to put you guys together. Why am I going to pay a guy $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 when these people are already out there? So skip the network broker if you decide to go that route and find these masterminds organically. I have them all the time. Here's the trick I use. Okay. So when I started out, social media wasn't prevalent, but people that have connected with me since that I never charged a dime with, and I have huge relationships with them. We use the same technique we use on motivated sellers. You build instant rapport. You make a connection. So here's the key on making a connection with somebody you want to strive to be. Let's face it. You're striving to be with them. You're probably new to the business or you're not at their level and you want to find out how to get there. So obviously there's not a lot in real estate that you can help to offer them because they know so much more than you. But I promise you there's something in your life that you're amazing at. So maybe you're a mortgage broker and you're really good at it and you can help them get a mortgage for like at cost. Or maybe you're a fitness expert and you found out that person's struggling with their weight. And so what you do is good old-fashioned barter with them. It works. It works really, really well. Say you're really good at social media content and they want to grow their business through social media. I did a barter with somebody in my local community that was amazing with internet traffic, and I knew nothing about it at the time, and I was looking to get more online leads, and he was learning how to get in the business, and we bartered. And we did a lot of it over the computer. We met in person, and it was amazing. I provided something that he was in awe of. He provided me something I was in awe of, and we've organically created a mastermind, and we still to this day meet once a quarter, and we just share amazing ideas. There's no reason you guys can't do that. You'd be surprised. Skip tracing. You guys know how to do skip tracing? You can skip trace anyone now. You can find people. You can find people's emails, phone numbers, text information. Guys, this is a modern day. You can find anybody. You can help them out. You can Google anybody. Listen, don't go under fake pretenses. Don't fill out a contact form for a coaching program or a mastermind if you have no intentions of ever entering it. Don't do it that way. Do it authentically, a direct message, polite message, and just say, listen, I have something I think I could help you out. I'd love to talk to you and see where it goes. Now, don't expect to call someone who's been doing the business 15, 20 years and get that instant connection. But there's a lot of like young folks that are really killing it in this business. they love to help in the beginning. So all Zach wants to be is a giver. And we found a way to bottle that for him to make it work in this business. So what I'm doing and what Zach's doing right now is we are creating a nationwide mastermind. And by giving the content away for free and answering questions and doing lives and having interactions, we get a large enough community. We can do amazing things. So we're doing something so radical that nobody else thought of doing is A, tell the truth. B, give you all the free information you need on wholesaling. I think wholesaling is like your ABCs. Should be taught for free. It's not complicated. It's the entry level to get into real estate investing. And that's our purpose and drive here. You need to take that same thought, instead of doing these full-on paid masterminds that market and sell you on how they're going to solve all your problems, is go to an organic mastermind, which organically are the same people that are doing paid. You're just going around the network broker. Guys, what do you think? I am telling you the truth. I've been doing this 19 years. I've been part of a lot of masterminds. As of lately, really in the last 3 to 4 years, mastermind has taken on a whole new definition. Mastermind is the new boot camp. And if you can ask these 5 questions, if you decide to enter a mastermind and it's singing to you to solve a problem and it's in your area and it's something you want to do, ask the 5 questions. If you're satisfied from then make an educated decision from there. But I prefer you start out organically. I know Zach's created some relationships with a lot of you guys out there. I have a relationship with someone that organically connected with me. And you know how they connected with me? They just started talking about fishing. And then I found out they had this beautiful boat. And he's like, hey, Rick, come on, let's take a boat ride. Let's have some fun. Someone that potentially would have paid me 20 grand is now an organic mastermind person with me. And I love it. I love that. Like I exchanged, like, you know, I've recently been interested in sailboats. Like I know nothing about sailing. I would love to trade someone. So guys, bartering's been around since the turn of the century. I'm teaching you how to do it. There's no reason you have to do these paid network brokers. Some of them are good for the most part. They're not going to pass the 5 questions. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Guys, what do you think? Do you prefer to do organic masterminds or paid masterminds? Do you think works? And do you think masterminds are the new boot camps of 10 years plus ago? So guys, do me a favor. If you want to continue to receive the absolute truth about wholesaling, the best free content on wholesaling from an active 19-year wholesaler that does wholesaling full-time, doesn't have a coaching business, does not create masterminds to funnel my coaching, then do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. I know I'm going to ruffle some feathers here, but man, I feel compelled to tell the truth. And if you guys feel me, you think I'm telling the truth, you think I'm crazy, or listen, guys, I've paid for masterminds and I've drank some of the Kool-Aid, and I was embarrassed to say it wasn't of great quality. Now, some I went were absolutely amazing. It is such a mixed experience. The problem is in the last really 3 years plus, it's gotten really convoluted. So I got people that aren't even wholesaling anymore, not even in the business, trying to teach everyone how to do it. And I'm trying to save you from that trap. So guys, this is Rick Ginn with Flip with Rick. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Hopefully I'm going to help some people out. Hopefully I've shed a light on the mastermind. Let me know. It's Rick with Flip with Rick, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.